Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about something which is some kind of a mystery to me. It is about what is the true conviction rate in IPC 498A cases. Some people say it is like 1%. I have some data which shows it is between 2 to 4%. I will show that in a short while now. And if we go by the official NCRB, National Crime Records Bureau data, it is between 13 to 15% plus or minus 1 or 2 percentage points, and it remains consistent like that. So let's have a look at, data we have received through RTI and also at the NCRB crime statistics data. So I will show you, I got this RTI replies from this Twitter tweet, and let me show you. This is the data from Karnataka from the year 2012 to 2017, and let's not worry about the DV, domestic violence cases right now. For 498A cases, the conviction rate has ranged from about 3% to little bit more than 4%. So you can say it hovers between 2 to 4% approximately for Karnataka. Now this is from Karkarduma courts, and I believe there is a Shahadra district in Karkarduma courts, and there is a little bit of striking out, but it looks like it is 3%. This conviction rate in Karkarduma Shahadra district. Now there is one more district, Northeast district in Karkarduma, Delhi, and according to that the conviction rate is 4%. And this is from 2012 to 2019 again. If I have a look at West District's T. Hazari courts of Delhi, they have not given any tabular format, but they say that it's for the last 7 years, 664 cases filed under section 498A, conviction order passed in 6 cases. Now probably this 6 is for both domestic violence and 498A. So the number is less than 1%. So it will be for 498A even much less than 1%. And this is the data which I had done analysis for year 2012, and this is from NCRB data, and as per this data, the conviction rate for total 498A cases was 13% approximately, and the rate of conviction divided by the total number of arrests in 498A was 4%. And I have one more data which is from, this is the archive version of this web page, which is no longer there, but now this is data collected from Bangalore from various police stations, and the overall conviction rate is 0.66%, and this conviction rate is based on the number of people who have been arrested. So the actual conviction rate might be 3 to 4 times this, but it is still less than 3 to 4% for Bangalore. Now if I open the National Crime Records Bureau, the complete report, I'll show the page number 275, which gives the cruelty by husband or his relatives is nothing but IPC 498A, and the conviction rate is 13% for the year 2018. This is the latest available report, because we will have the report for about 2 years back. For 2019 and 20, the reports will be available a little bit later. I mean next year or maybe next to next year. And let me show you for page number 329. Now this is the disposal of crime against women in metro cities. Now the reason I'm showing this is I had a doubt that maybe the RTIs we have applied in Delhi and Bangalore, they are all for metro cities. So maybe the crime conviction rate is much less in metro cities, but it is more in rural areas. However, if I look at the data, it is not the case. In metro cities, overall the conviction rate is about 12%, which is not very different from the 13% which we saw for the overall all of India on page number 275. Now let me show you page number 337. and this shows the data for crimes against women. Now, unfortunately, we do not have the data only for 498A for various metro cities. Maybe we can get that through RTI. But as per the NCRB data for Bengaluru, the conviction rate is 4.2. This is for overall crimes against women, not just 498A. So it will include, crimes of rape, molestation, 498A, everything. So it is a rather low percentage in Bengaluru. In Delhi, the same percentage is 32 for crimes against women. So if we have a overall analysis, I think there is some kind of a mystery, because if you look at the data which is available through RTIs, both for Bengaluru as well as for Delhi, for various districts in Delhi, the conviction rate is 4%, 3%. For all of Karnataka, it is between 3 to 4%. Now, if this is the rate in Karnataka, then how is it possible? If we look at the overall India, then suddenly the conviction rate jumps to 13%. So that is some kind of a mystery. And by looking at the NCRB data, page number 275 and 329, it cannot be explained by differences between rural and metro cities, because the differences is hardly 1%. So this is some kind of a mystery, and my guess is, I actually would encourage people to file RTIs in their respective metro cities and states and find out the data, so that we can correlate it with the NCRB report and try to find out why this mismatch is happening. Maybe I'm not coming to any conspiracy theories that there is some kind of a data fudging which is going on, but there is some mystery. So let us try to get that data through RTIs, and hopefully we will have the right picture in a short while, maybe in a few months. And that's all I had to say in this video. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe to my channel.